Tom Slingsby, it looked like a tricky day out there for the team. Lots of stops and starts early in the day. What was going on?
Yeah, we had a few things not quite working the way we had hoped on the boat, and then you make some changes to them and try that, and it didn't sort of fix the problem. So a lot of stop-start at the start of the day. I think for the first sort of 2.5 hours we were stop-start, but fortunately it all sort of came good. We got everything working, we got everything dialed in for the last sort of 2.5, 3 hours, and finished with a really good session.
It was a decent breeze by the end. We saw kind of 10 to 15 on the recon boat, and the water flattened out. Is that kind of perfect for Patriot?
Yeah, Patriot doesn't like the bump. It's pretty obvious with the flat bottom on this boat, and without the bustle, every time you touch down, it's a lot of drag, a lot of area. So flat water, this boat excels, and also the foils. A T foil is a lot nicer in waves, and these the Y foils are pretty good when it's flat water. So yeah, at the end we found flatter water close to shore, and we stayed in there most of the time.
You did have one big crash towards the beginning of the day. It looked quite nasty, bit of a bow dive. I think you lost your wind instruments off the bowsprit.
Yeah.
Was everybody okay after that?
You might have seen Goody had to come in. He sort of sprained his wrist in that crash. So from what I hear, it's okay. It's just a bit of a sprain, but yeah, that meant Goody couldn't do the rest of the session. The rest of us, we got knocked around a bit, but we were okay. We were all fine, but yeah, unfortunately Goody took a bit of a knock.
Can you talk us through what happened, what went wrong?
Well, it's simple really. We washed the rudder out. We got a little too high, too much heel. These boats, they're very easy to sail if you've got zero heel, or you're a couple of degrees to windward, even a couple to leeward. But as soon as you get 5 degrees one way, the rudder wants to let go very easily, and we just got a gust and a bad wave, and the heel got wrong, washed the rudder out, and then a big nosedive.
We thought we saw a piece coming off the boat at one point today after quite a long wait. I guess you were doing repairs on the boat. Did something come off and get replaced, or was something just taken off? Because you seemed fine afterwards.
Yeah, no, we're just testing different parts on the boat. We're just always testing different things, what works best. And we're always sort of changing things on and off.
Racing coach here at Rossa. Philippe, lots of starts the past 2 days. Can you tell us how the racing practice is going so far?
It's going pretty well. We're lucky having 2 full squad, very performant. So we're using this opportunity to do some racing and pre-start, and to stress a little bit our design. LAQ designed, and to give some information to the designer for the big boat.
Yeah, how important are these days to define the official crew members of the big boat?
Oh, it's a long, the race gonna happen in 6 or 8 months, so it's a long time. It's just a part of the process. We want to mix the people as much as we can, and mix the pair, and everyone get the taste of what is the match racing, and the decision will come when we need to take it, but it's not now.
Looking at yesterday and today, similar conditions with lighter breezes, what would you say did the boys do well, and where are still gains to be made?
Yeah, we did a good debrief yesterday, mainly about the communication and the way to set up our strategy around the pre-start, which is very specific for these boats, especially in this light air. Yeah, I wish we get more breeze for the next sessions.
And how much closer would you say is the racing between the LQ12 and the AC40 in these lighter breeze compared to stronger air?
Well, it's pretty close. I mean, pre-start, you don't need to have close performance to do something very interesting, because something is very hard to model in the simulator is the gas, the bad air effect, and I think it's very good to have two boats similar performance, so you can visualize that and have a good start despite the gas of the boat in front of you. So. Now, very good learning.
With Dylan Fletcher, 49er Olympic champion and helmsman on team INEOS Britannia. Dylan today driving on boat A. Can you tell us a little bit the differences you felt in between boat A and boat B in between today and the previous day?
Yeah, to be honest, the difference between the boats is very, very small. It's kind of nice today to do some speed work and work on a few things, and yeah, as you saw, the boats were very level pegging all day.
Then we noticed that there were some crew rotations today compared to previous days. We saw Hannah coming in at the beginning of the day. We also saw one of the youth sailors joining the team. Can you tell us a little bit what's the main goal of that?
Yeah, obviously, the Athena pathway is important to the team, and they were out today. We had Nick Robbins sailing on boat A and Hannah was sailing on Sienna. So yeah, it's great to give them some hours and get them tuned up ahead of the Youth and Women's America's Cup later this year.
Then going towards the end of the day, to the match racing part, how confident does the team feel in terms of match racing? And do you believe there is any team to beat when it comes to match racing?
I'm sure all the teams are very strong. I think we're very lucky to have such a talented group of individuals, and obviously Ben and Giles are hugely experienced in this area. It's good to throw the 40s around and try some things out, so I think everyone enjoyed it and will be pushing more and more.
And then when talking about yourself, coming from the 49er rather than the Finn like most of the other drivers, do you think you bring a different set of skills and qualities to the driving group?
Yeah, I guess, my background is slightly different to Ben and Giles, but I think it's nice to have a team of such a good group of well-rounded sailors that we can pull on everyone's strengths.